What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing a deck we're calling Flash Freeze, mostly because it plays everything at flash speed, which as I say that I realize that kind of rhymes. But this should be a lot of fun. It looks like even when we had our recent stream, there were people who were kind of interested in this deck, so I figured it's about time we finally get around to playing it. So starting at the top, we have 4 Spectral Sailor because it's fast, it's cheap, it lets us actually draw cards, which is super nice, and being able to play it around other cards is super nice too. We have a couple of 3 steps ahead, but don't worry, we have other counters in the list. No big deal there. We do have some get lost, because, you know, got to be able to deal with all those enchantments. We also have Sheltered by Ghost. These are going to be our, removal package for this deck, alongside Brineborn Cutthroat. We don't get to play this one too often, but I figure if we're playing a bunch of stuff on our opponent's turn anyway, this is obviously a good card to play. Fairy Mastermind, another way to get some easy cards, and a 2/1 flyer. Floodpitch Drowner. This is a way to keep some stuff on lock for a turn or two if we need to buy a little bit of time looking for another card. Speaking of those counter spells we mentioned, we do have a couple of negates and some No More Lies. These are both really good, especially early on No More Lies, but negate deals with all the problematic cards later in the game. We are playing some Aven Interrupter. This might surprise some people, but this card's still very good. It can slow down your opponent's turns significantly. And in some cases, if you get into a counter war, it just basically counters the counter, and that's super nice. And then we have some Enduring Curiosity. So if we do get a couple of these things through, then we get to keep cards in our hands forever, which is awesome. So yeah, like always, I'd ask, watch as much of the video as you can because it helps the channel. And then when you get to the end of the video, or whenever you're done watching, there'll be a link in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor where we host all of our deck lists so that you can download them and try them too. And if you want to get anything for Magic, whether it's singles, packs, sleeves, dice, whatever, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. You can use code DRAGON, DRAGN, and it'll save you 5% on your whole order in your cart to get whatever you want. So you'll save some money and you'll be supporting the channel. But alright, all that said, let's go see if we can put our opponents on ice. I'm going to keep, but this feels kind of weird. No, they're going to be playing a bunch of enchantments. I mean, good news, bad news. We at least have negate. Might be able to do something along the way. If we can get a turn where we get to negate something, then 3 steps ahead something, then there might be a chance for us to do some things. We'll see, though. I'm just going to attack here because we're probably not blocking in the turn. This is not the fastest start, though, especially being on the draw. Oh, I can't negate that guy, though. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, opponent got the right start. I don't think we're going to be able to recover from this one. Not easily, anyway. I mean, okay. You know what? You know what? Let's give up the Floodpitch Drowner here. Or at least attempt to. We'll tap that guy. We'll block this. That keeps the counters off of the tokens. For a little bit, anyway. Yeah, that's fine. That we can live with. I'm kind of hoping we can hit a Brineborn Cutthroat. I feel like that would help a little bit here. Get us a sizable body in the process of things. But we'll see. What's the other side of this? Oh, it's that one. Never mind. I'm never going to mess around with that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this dude, too. We're just playing defense right now. Okay, maybe, just maybe, we can pull something off here. I think we got to take some damage. I'm okay with that. I'd rather not commit anything here till later in the turn. Alright, let's flash this guy in. Oh, I was hoping to find a land for our Enduring Curiosity. Didn't happen, though. Okay, in the turn. Opponent's going to try to Shelter by Ghost. Here's the problem. Do I commit? Yeah, we just do it. You have another one, you have another one. Like, so be it. Nope, it's an ossification. Fair enough. We can live with that. That's not too bad. Now if we can get an untapped land, okay, we got that. Pass the turn. So depending on how this goes, we have two options. We can just flash in Curiosity to try to block something, which is option 1. Option 2 would be to tap down something, let them attack, but I think we're better off just using the Curiosity here. And if they just have yet another removal spell, then, like, I guess you got it, you know? I mean, if their hand was literally just all removal, then, congrats. It has to be, though, because they're not playing any creatures. Okay, tapped in the screen. Makes sense. Okay, Brian Board Cutthroat. Sure. I mean, we're at 10 and kind of stabilized here, so it's not terrible. But obviously, their hand was a bunch of removal. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play this. And then I'm going to play this and lock that down anyway, just so there's 2 creatures down. And I get a block. I'll assume we'll see another removal spell here. Because it looks like they're just playing all the removal enchantments with some things to take advantage of them. So here probably comes another one. They're just trying to decide which one to get rid of. Yep. I mean, hey, if this is how you play, this is how you play. But now we're kind of okay for a bit. Obviously, their creature land's annoying, so they can start firing that up. Which I probably would if I were them. I shouldn't have got as greedy, though, on hindsight, on the turn with the Enduring Curiosity. I should have just let that ride another turn. And then just put it into play at the end of the turn. Because taking, like, 2 more damage there wouldn't have been a huge deal under the circumstances. And I could have netted at least 2 more cards, which would have made a big difference. They probably would still have a creature, so, you know, I do have to think about that. But, oh, this gets really interesting now. Okay. In the turn. Wow. All right. So we're going to take 2 more, going to 6. We haven't drawn much land either. I realize we missed on 4, hit our 4th land on 5, and then haven't hit anything since. It's not great. Gremlin Tamer. Yes, you can. You know what? I think I'm going to stop Gremlin Tamer. Even if it is just for a turn here. So that we can go ahead and get rid of this. And then kind of force the opponent to do something here. Alright. And now we have our own creature land that we could buy another turn with down the road. So that's good. The opponent might play like Gremlin Tamer, get rid of Curiosity. I could see that being a thing. Because they're obviously playing a lot of enchantment removal. Or enchantment-based removal, I should say. Now that is going to be a little bit of a problem. Ooh. Ooh. And they had Ethereal Armor on top of it? Gross. Kind of lucky they didn't put an Ethereal Armor on the Hall Creeper. Why would you not have done that, actually? That would have been a pretty smart idea. And another Gremlin Tamer. Alright, at least we know what's coming. So that's the good news. Can we get a removal spell or something to slow down the Hall Creeper? And we did. That is huge. Okay. Opponent's at 9. We obviously aren't getting through on the ground, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Let's go attack for 2. Draw a card. And it's a Sheltered by Ghosts. Oh, what are we looking to do here? I mean, I guess we get rid of this knucklehead, right? I think we do. Alright. Because, I mean, there's no penalty to getting rid of the token. Like, it goes away, it just never comes back. And then we have Aven Interrupter. That's it, actually. Because we don't die to their creature land. We can either just flash in an Interrupter. No, because they're going to leave their land back to see what they draw, I think, is what's happening here. Yeah. That's not going to help them later either, so that's good. I think my problem here is I don't want to risk what they would... Well, we know what they're going to draw, right? 1, 2, 3. If they play that, they would still be able to activate their land. 1, 2... No, because that's... Oh, that is 2 planes. Okay. What are we trying to do here? How do we win? Also, if that's tapped, we activate the land, we attack with everything. No, I'm just going to play it safe here. Like, they currently can't do anything under the circumstances, so this is fine. Pretty sure this is just we can't lose from here. Alright. If we attack, they block with their land, we lose that. If they block just this and that and take 4. So they block, block this, take 4, but then they don't have any dudes, and we know what's on top of the library. I mean, they'll still have, well, Yeah, I guess so. Let's go. And we have the possible out of drawing an untapped land. Like, so we could just flash in a Brineborn Cutthroat, I guess. But we'll also gain 3 life off of the Interrupters, so it's all fine. 2's getting through anyway in the air. They just choose how they're blocking the rest of it. Actually, their best block is probably have their 2/3 block art. Well, no, that doesn't kill anything, though. Yeah. And this is what I was wondering. Like, do you want to block our 2/1 or not? Knowing that you get your 2/1. Alright, they go to 1. We do get 2 cards. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape now. And we did get the untapped land, which we don't even need here, actually, but sure. Let's go ahead and put it on here. Well, didn't matter. Alright. Yeah, because now we can just attack with flyers and they don't even get to gain life. I mean, they drew their card, but yep, good game. Like, we're just attacking for sport? Sure, I'll block for sport. Why not? Don't think I played that the best, but in the end, it all worked out. Alright, a little grindier than I wanted it to be, but it worked. Okay, let's go. Maybe the deck will be kind and we can also find a 2-mana Duder. Nope. Alright, well, we're just attacking. I mean, on the plus side, having Interrupter, Curiosity is not terrible. I mean, these dudes are going to outpace us in damage, so that's a real thing, but in the meantime, we'll see what happens. Yep, no Bloxies. That's pretty good, though. We will go attacking. End the turn. Uh-oh. Vine Lasher. Yeah, you got it. Do I care about that? Like, we take a point. So we take one, put a land in. This is, I guess we just let it. Oh, but that has reach, too. Never mind. I'm assuming they had a desert or something. Yeah, they did. No blocks. I think I could have ultimately dealt with it, but I don't know. Got a little gun shy. Let's play this, attack, and just get a bunch of cards, and we'll just see where this goes. Alright, there's a negate, which is probably helpful for later. Oh, 2 of the 3 being lands was not good. That actually hurt a little bit. Alright, we're gonna take a bunch of damage. Alright. That's a little suspicious, but we're definitely going to block here, because this is the only way we don't for sure die. Because I can always just go get a land with Demolition Field or whatever. Oh, well that's nice. Was definitely not expecting that. Okay. I really hope I don't have to waste a negate here. Get rid of that. Okay. Go attacking. So we get a little bit of life back here. I'm going to leave 1 creature back because the opponent being at 3 versus being at 2 or 5 as opposed to 4 doesn't really change much. And I'd rather make sure we have at least a little bit of defense just in case. Well, we are going to have to use a negate here. Actually, I say that. Maybe we just let the Interrupter die anyway. Oh, you're doing that? That we cannot allow. Because that also allows them to block. So, no deal there. Like, I was going to let it go, but that's a little too scary. Oh, I was going to say, deck, please, no more lands. Pass the turn. Are we okay or not? I don't know. We're at 11. I feel like there are some ways this could still get weird. Tap this duder. Alright, so now it's up to them to decide what they want to do. Can we die from 10? I'm going to assume not. I mean, if I assume wrong, you got me. No, that makes sense. Okay, pass the turn. I swear, so many sweepers these days. So many sweepers. I mean, we can't say anything. We drew a bunch of lands, so, you know, like, we can only expect so much. I mean, they're getting thin their deck out still here, so these things still matter. Why did I tap? I thought I tapped the one that was going to... It doesn't matter anyway, really. I thought I tapped something else. I didn't, but it's whatever. I think we just let them come through to see if maybe we could find a way. Flashing a dude in here. Getting a chance to draw a card. You know, it's something. All right, that maybe. It's not pretty, but you know, Hydra, sure. Another Hydra, annoying, but sure. Pillage the bog, gonna go look for something. I don't know what something is. They only have black mana available, though. Oh, that's not true. They could filter a color. So they have to use either 1 black and 2, or likely only 2 mana if it's some other color. Oh, so that's going to put us to 2, growing their Hydras. Alright. There's the other one. We go to 1. Alright, I think we're okay now. Tap the Hydra. Block with this guy. Whew! Alright. I'm on the draw, and I'm going to keep this, because I don't know how this plays out here. Oh, Duress. Oh, actually, Ichor Drinker. Oh. Okay. Well, they're going to be gaining some life, which is a little bit of a nuisance. What's with all the 1/1s? What's going on here? I feel like I'm supposed to know what's happening, and I have no idea. Like, that's a weird feeling to be like, I feel like I'm supposed to know what's happening right now, but I don't know anything at all. Alright, so I need a second to think here. Alright, that happens. I think we just let these attack. Tap down Vran. We'll lose some life because they're going to lose a creature here. I don't know how important poison is to their game plan, but I don't really want to find out. Okay, now we need to find a creature. This will start becoming a problem if we're not careful. Yeah, we go to 16, or actually to 13. It's going the other way. I hate wasting this, but we're going to draw cards. We can't just not do anything here. I'm assuming their hand has some amount of removal. Let's go with get rid of a Get Lost. Mostly because, in theory... Oh, you're a Seachrome Coast? Why? I need untap lands there. But like I said, in theory, we'll be able to protect some stuff. Maybe get a blocker in. We'll see what happens. Alright, we gotta take it. Go to 9. Play this. We can protect it with a negate. Which is what we're probably about to see here. Oh, and it was actual go for the throat. So they're not even trying to cut down. That's actually really good, because it means once we stick this shelter, there, well, we have a future counter, but once we stick the shelter, they don't have a way to kill it, unless they just top deck a go for the throat here. And if they do, I mean, get cut down. Man, so many removal spells. But if they do, they do, you know? All right. So now we can get life totals going back the other direction. Opponent, don't do it. It has ward. I know you're thinking about it. I don't know what this deck is. Like, is it just little guys and try to just sack stuff to kill you with Vran? maybe, and maybe they're just missing a part. If so, you know what? There's that room that is like Bastion of Remembrance, right? Every time a creature dies, your opponent loses life, you gain a life. Like that, maybe it's something like that. I for real don't know, though, to be honest. I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I'm not going to activate my creature land, because that seems bad here. That still has Ward 2, opponent. Alright, well now we'll run it out. Yeah, now we're in good shape. Pretty sure we can't lose from here. If we do, I know I'm bad, but I'm terrible if this happens. Like, at this stage, if I lose, I deserve every bit of that loss. That's kind of the other thing with this deck, too. You do reach some points where you truly feel like, alright, I guess we just can't lose from here. Right? You have a couple of counters, you're drawing a bunch of cards. Like, you have ways to protect your stuff. It's like, just not much the opponent can do. Yeah, sure. But I mean, you know, situations like this where just like, even with them having gained all that life, we just kind of don't care. Hell, if anything, I may have to worry about decking myself. But now, this is like, even if I didn't have a counter and a sweeper were to come down, like, I have another creature, multiple creatures, for that matter. Let's get rid, let's go to end the, oh, I can still play a land. What am I doing? End the turn, yeah. I mean, we have enough to counter and play another Enduring Curiosity. Not that we need to. I mean, we have lethal on board, and we'll get to play this. I mean, do we care? Like, not really. I'm going to do it anyway, though. Let's counter and copy. Like, if you kill it anyway, you kill it anyway. Whatever. Like, you spent 2 cards to kill one, and you don't get the life, so sure. So, yeah, it didn't really change much for them. We're alright with that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just attack. Don't even really need to draw the cards. Like, we're drawing from our own thing. I don't even need to play this other Enduring Curiosity. Yeah, we're good. In the turn, I'm just gonna get rid of a land and probably, I don't even know, this Curiosity. Game's over already. Probably could have won on the previous turn if I wanted to. I could have let that die, flash something in, but yeah, it's whatever. I mean, not really sure. The opponent's just mostly grasping at straws here. I don't blame them, though. Like, still try to win if you can, you know? Man, imagine if we would have had one of our Brineborn Cutthroats during all this. You're really going through the effort of attacking here? Alright, well, fair enough. Alright, well, that's way more than enough to win with. Also, I guess could have activated 2 lands last turn. I don't know. There was a lot of ways to win. We were just in an unlosable situation no matter what we did. So I think this is very much just like mono black, like Weenie aggro is what they were doing. Kind of interesting. Hadn't seen that. Let's keep this. Get to be a bit on the aggressive side, which is nice. Ooh, okay. I wish I would have had that sooner, but yeah, let's pass. Emberheart Challenger. I don't know how I want to go about this. Yeah. I mean, I think we locked down this thing. Now I'm just trying to decide. Oh, you know what? I should have played the Restless Anchorage there. I was thinking I might play something on our turn, but we're actually not. We're going to play on their turn so we can try to Shelter by Ghosts. Would obviously like to have a counter or something possible, but we'll see. All right, we'll try again. See if we can keep this tapped. They might spin their thing to protect it. They did not. I was really hoping they would, because that would help us out so very much. All right, in the turn. I mean, this is still playable and winnable, but, you know, gotta be careful. Come on, if you got a shelter, use it now. Ethereal armor. Alright, well, sadly, we have a new target that we gotta get rid of. I just have to hope they don't have their shelter, but they probably do. But, you know, cost of doing business, as they say. Interesting. You have something at instant speed you can do here. What is it? What is the thing? Alright. Well, I guess I'm just going to do this while we can. And see what it is they have. Because it might just be like a rage or something. Wasn't even that. You want to get rid of our mastermind, obviously, right? Wow, they went for the Flood Pitch Drowner? Okay, well. I mean, if it's something that shoots our guys, it's something that shoots our guys. I can't imagine what else it would be. It feels like it has to be rage or something. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But we dealt with their first 3 creatures. That's like the most we could hope for. Now we got to find a way to start getting cards. All right, didn't even have to worry about it. Let's keep it. This is one of those, I was about to say, is a fairly functional hand until your opponent plays a Llanowar Elf, and then it's just like, well, now we're behind. Let's see what we're up against, though. I mean, if we can find another land, then, you know, having an Aven Interrupter and some other action, it might be okay. You know, not finding land is kind of rough. Cash grab, you got it. Oh, is it this deck? Oh my gosh. Alright. This is like one of those decks you're playing against a bunch of, like, crabs and flash dudes. Like, this is going to be a minute. Lots of bounce spells, returning stuff to your hand. Like, totally beatable, but it's a bit of a slog in these battles. Sure. So their goal is get a bunch of instants and stuff into the graveyard, so their creatures are cheap. You know, that whole thing. Yeah. I think I'm just going to do this. So that's tap down for a couple turns and get some damage in here. Then play this. Attack. In the turn. The good news is being able to play everything during their instep kind of forces them to react to what we're doing, and, you know, it's not terrible. Alright. Flash this dude in. Kind of going to sit on this stuff till later. But we will need extra mana because we want to be able to kill the 5/5 Serpent with a ward on it. Speaking of, there's one of those dudes there. We knew they were coming. Keeps us from growing our cutthroat, but it's fine. And if they have the counter, you know, more power to them. Nope, they're just going to bounce 2 things. We are okay with that. And now that has to be played on their turn. Storm Chaser's talent, that works. And another talent, yep. Oh, and yet another one. Well, that's cute. Alright, well, good news is we're only taking 3. Oh, I say another one. It's the same one. They just played it there like they had to. Okay, so. Now we need to start looking at what we want to do. Because we can kill a thing, we can exile a thing, we can... We're at 17. We still have so much wiggle room here. I feel like maybe our plan is best to just wait and just go double cutthroat. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I still have the option to use a get lost or something if I feel it's necessary. I guess I could have attempted to attack with the Interrupter, because I'm probably not blocking with it here. Like, they can return this town ain't big enough. Which would work. Which is probably what's going to happen here. No, they're just getting a bushwhack. Interesting. So they want to fight something? I would like to not allow that. Oh, I messed up. I should have played my cutthroat first. Big mistake. I will trade for one of the 2/2s, though. Don't want to give up too much value here on life total. Especially now while we have the opponent digging. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Keep one of those on lockdown. The one with the counter. Oh, well that potentially changes things. Opponent has 2 cards. You know what? Yeah, sure. I mean, they're probably going to be 2 lands, but we kind of need those anyway. Alright, that's not bad. Especially if we can get another land, and then we could triple spell. Ooh, we'll be in business then. My guess is we're going to spend 4 mana, bounce a Storm Chaser's talent and our Enduring Curiosity, replay the Storm Chaser's talent. We chump block. No, they're not doing that. They're going to go hunt for a card here. Interesting. And with us being at 13, I thought they might have... Well, they might go looking for another, like, crab or something, too. But I was thinking they might try to get as much damage. But, oh, I guess one of the creatures is tapped still. Never mind. I was thinking it was on tap, but we tapped it last turn. Never mind. Bonus play makes a lot of sense. Alright, analyze the pollen. You got it. What are we going to go get? Alright, you got a crab. Sure. So that gets 2 damage in. Alright, I mean, is what it is, I guess. Like, that felt like a lot of work for not a lot of return on their side, but fair enough. How do we want to go about this? We get rid of their crab here. Then we get to attack, attack, attack. We'd also gain 5. But if they get rid of this, the crab comes back. What do they have in the graveyard that could get rid of this? They could unsummon. They could also... Well, that's probably not a good play then. I'll probably just try to kill it when the time comes. Alright, that's fine-ish. Probably a little too conservative on that play, but at the same time, if we can stay alive, I can flash in a flyer and whatnot, so we'll see what's up. Usually this is where those decks like to go spell, play a crab, tap your blockers, get in and kill you. But because we have flash creatures and can still kill a thing, probably won't be lethal, I would imagine. But now they have to pay 6 to level us up, so they're going to the graveyard for something here. Alright, so they're going to analyze to go search for a thing. You got it. We do have to be careful, though, that they could have a counter or some such, and that could be a real problem. They could also have double crab here, and that would be super unfortunate. I mean, if they do, they do. If you have double crab and get us. Well, no, double crab's only 10. So they would need to find another point somewhere. I say that, though. We do also still have access to get lost, so it just may not even matter. Yep, those are tapped. So this is where they're going to play spells to try to get us, not knowing that we're not in the mood to get got right now. Okay, so everything's coming in. Let's go with Brineborn Cutthroat first. And then opponent's going to do whatever they're going to do. This town ain't big enough. So this is going to go to a 3. So that's 4. That's 7. So if they have another one... Opponent's targeting that and that. So if we just kill their deal, we can't lose, right? Because then we take 1, 2. So 5, 9. If those go up again. Alright. I'm at 4. And if they play that, we got it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yep, that's ball game. That's what I was saying, like, being able to play at instant speed, and we didn't even have a good draw here. Like, we missed our lands and everything else, so... And plus, their hand's empty now, so we'd have been off to the races. GG's. And still had another instant speed blocker, so yeah, that's a good win. Popular deck, I've been seeing a lot. Okay, we will keep it. Gonna have to take some damage for a bit, because our blue sources happen to be Attacker Waste. But other than that, this is not terrible. Good old Hired Claw. This also sucks, because we gotta take damage from our land. Can we get an island deck? Nope. Ah, well. Had to ask nicely anyway. In the turn. Is there a chance you'll play a creature pre-combat? So I could tap 1, block 1. That would be great. No, you're just going to pump your Hired Claw? Looks like that is the case. Alright, well, that being what it is, let's take a point. Because we would take it anyway if that were to attack, so... That buys us a little bit of time. And then we get to start growing a Brineborn Cutthroat, so that's cool. I have been seeing some mono red with Hired Claw, so it doesn't surprise me. Because it is just consistent damage. And it pumps itself quite fast if you have nothing else to spend mana on each turn. Nope. Got to take down some of our dudes? No, there's a Manifold Mouse. Sure. I would appreciate it if they tap the red mana so we get a chance to grow the Cutthroat. Sweet! Sometimes your opponents do get a little bit antsy. I don't blame them. I've been in that spot as well. Alright, so let's go and do this. Grow the Cutthroat. I mean, we're doing the work for them. We're at 16 already. Any chance we can get untap land deck so we can kill a thing and still keep our attacks going? That would be awesome. No, but that's not bad. Okay. Because what I'm thinking here is, like, if they try to rage, and then we stop the rage, we end up still taking probably, like, 5 or 6. 7, 8. Then we attack for 3. That'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'd be 1 away. Alright, let's try it. I mean, if things get too squirrely, we could always just get lost something. You hate to see it. Damn, now am I risking dying to rage? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Kind of the same thing. I mean, we do have to deal with it next turn. It's still looming. So, I mean, it's not like we got rid of the 2 damage. Well, they had a lightning strike anyway, so there's that. Sad. I mean, the plus side is they're playing a damage version and not a pump version, it looks like. So that's kind of good, I guess. I mean, I think we kind of let it come through. Let's just find out. They probably have the rage, but if so, I mean, not a lot we're going to do about it. Yep. Could have held out. Didn't trust my instinct. And now I have to pay for it. Serves me right. Let's attack with these. In the turn. Ooh, a Heartfire hero. That sucks. Does that give a haste as well? No, just trample or double strike. But that could give it haste. Alright. Whoa, they didn't put it... Huh. Huh. Well... we would take 2, 3, 4 and be at 1, and then we're just dead, right? Is there a way we don't die? We have to draw Sheltered by Ghosts. That would be the only way we're not dead. Okay, so we let them proceed to attack. Targeting itself, obviously. Yeah, we have to draw exactly Sheltered by Ghosts. Like, that's our way out here. Otherwise, we're cooked. Actually, hold on. If we go to... no, we go to 3, but then we can't even block the Heartfire hero, right? Yeah, that sucks. No, we're dead anyway, though, if we do that. No. Alright, I guess we gotta try. Alright. Come on, Sheltered by Ghosts. This is it. Nope, that is not it. So no way to... actually, that's not true. This is going to deal 1. That's 2. That's 3 no matter what. If we leave this back to chump block, and they want to send that at our face, they're not going to send it at a creature. So... oh, but we have to take 1 just to play our Mastermind. Ah. That sucks. Alright, the only way this works is if they pump the Hearthfire hero first. So then I can block with the 1/1 and not kill it. Like, that's generally the only way we don't lose. Because then I could block, ultimately go to 1 after they shoot us. And then it's just whatever, you know? Alright, so they're doing that. So that's the good news. We will kill this, so we don't even take the 1. Obviously have to chump block here. That's a given. Man, we were stuck for so long. I don't even know how we're still in this. But still, if we were to draw Sheltered by Ghost, I think we could still pull this off. And here's what's funny. If they shoot us for 2, we have to make a serious decision on if there's anything with blue we could draw to play. Because if we do, we can no longer play a blue spell. Or I say that. Oh, yeah, because we can't kill this guy. Like, oh, well, Rage. Now we has to be Sheltered by Ghosts. Oh, no, actually, we're dead. Because they top deck the Rage. They just give that haste once they get their creature back, right? Because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they couldn't do both, actually. No, but they'd be able to haste and kill us anyway. Yeah, I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked. I mean, we got the Sheltered by Ghost, but I think it's too late. Alright, how does this look? They have to spend 4 to kill a thing. Well, no, because they just rage up and we're still dead, right? That's 3, 4, 5. We could block 2 of it. No, because rage is 3. So that's 6, 7. We go up to 7. Go up to 5. Yeah, we're like exactly. Oh, no, but this gets smaller. Totally forgot, actually. So the power toughness is going to get reset. All right, so that actually does make a difference. So they're at 3. Still not out of the woods, mind you. But their play is to kill the Mastermind here. Like, they actually have to. I think for them, it's just a lot of mana is the thing. And we get to buy 1 more turn. So if we can get one of our dudes that taps down a creature, or we can get another Get Lost, or we can... There's a bunch of what-ifs. The problem is we haven't drawn land in so long. Like, there's likely a land here, and it's going to be very sad. But if it's another Sheltered by Ghosts, we win. We have used 2 Get Lost and 1 Sheltered by Ghosts. So there's 5 of those answers left. We've used 1 Flood Pits Drowner. There's 3 of those left. Yeah, we just go to 3. I mean, we ain't blocking. Actually, hold on. Maybe we do block. This sounds a little crazy. But... Oh, this is... Okay. This is crazy, because this is like... How many ways do we have to win versus not lose? Because if they get another hasty creature, we just lose anyway, right? Any mouse, any whatever. We're just dead. Oh, this is such a decision. I'm going to block, because I feel like we're more likely to draw a land here. And I'm going to hate it if we draw the answer, but... We didn't. But this does keep us from dying, even though we'd be at 1 after we counter something. So that's unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to go to 2. I mean, if they have the burn spell, they get us. I mean... Oh, they have it here, too. That's gross. Like, I know they have it. Like, that's the worst part. But we gotta. Congrats, opponent. You get a win. I'm at 2. Just shoot me. Put me out of my misery. Yeah. Alright. GG's. Exactly. I figured they had it. Yeah. We're going first with this. I think I'm still going to play this tap. I considered not and just trying to be more aggressive, because sometimes just getting opponents to spend removal early is pretty reasonable, but I think I'm alright with this. I am just going to run this out. Like, if they have a cut down for that guy. Ooh, they don't. What hand did you keep? No cut downs, no go for the throats. Well, shields are down. Yeah, whatever. Get rid of that guy. Nice. Love to see that. I think we go for it here, right? I was thinking I could play defensive in case they, like, replay that guy or play, like, the 2/4 demon or whatever, but I also had the thought of, like, if we just draw into another removal or counter, none of it really matters. Yeah, that's fine. We got a couple of cards off of it. I've been seeing a few people playing the end. I'm not sure how good it is. I mean, it's not a bad card, but it usually doesn't, at least in my games, and maybe because I'm playing a fair amount of creatures most of the time, it usually doesn't end up doing much. Like, it takes a thing and you kind of just shrug emoji at it, you know? Yeah, I mean, I guess I just kill that. I don't care. Like, I mean, our opponent can see our hand. They know what's going on. This is just kind of feel free to kill some things if you want to. I don't mind. Play this dude. Yeah, we'll lose the small one. That's also good. Yeah, we're kind of just doing our thing now. I don't know if the black deck really has an answer here. I mean, just do what you can to keep my creatures off the board, obviously, but I mean, yeah, you got it. It's kind of funny. You actually don't want to put counters on slashers with the maps. Yeah, I think as long as we hold on to these... Oh, well, now we have negate, so for sure we can't lose now. Yep. It's gone. Alright, they're at 5. Yeah. So now we can just flash in the Interrupter. We have negate for anything that would potentially cause a problem, so we're good. Yep, you got it. More land. Alright, just flash in an Interrupter. Yep, that'll do it. Well, and that gets us to Diamond, but there's some stuff to talk about with this one, for sure. Alright, so first things first about this deck is that it's not a deck I would say beginner level players should probably be looking to play. While it is good, and I think you can rank up with it, if you want to play it first, this is what I'm recommending. Take into the play queue, get 30 games or so under you, then start playing some ranked games. The reason being is there's a lot of tight decisions to be made about, like, when should you play the Cutthroat, and do you think you're going to be able to grow it to like 4 or 5 power, right? Like, when should you play the Drowner to just tap a thing down versus just outright countering it, right? There's a lot you kind of have to figure out in the sequence of the turn. And then even what mulligans or what openings are worth going for it. I think in the last game, maybe, I had the option to play a Spectral Sailor early and then to be more aggressive. Ultimately, it probably would have been okay. But because my hand wasn't super solid and I wanted to make sure I could play the Interrupter, which was already in hand, I went ahead and played the tap land turn 1 and then worked my way up the rest of the way, right? But depending on what the makeup of my hand would have been otherwise, maybe it's worth it to do that and just play the tap land on 3. Right, so lots of little things like that can make a deck like this kind of difficult to play to get the best plays out of. And I know I messed up multiple times. Now, that being said, this deck did play pretty well against the mono black decks, especially the discard decks, because you had multiple ways to draw cards with, like, Spectral Sailor, the Mastermind, and the Enduring Curiosity. So that helps a lot in those fights. We won some crazy grindy ones. I will say this, though. Overall, it's probably about a 60-40 sort of deck on the ladder if you play really tight. If you're making mistakes or whatever, it's probably more like a 55-45, but you're still going to be able to rank up with it, which is really good. So if you're looking for that, this is totally one of those answers. To the point that I'm kind of sad it's good because I don't necessarily want to play against this regularly because the games are going to be very boring for my side. But, hey, a good deck is a good deck. So something to consider. But overall, yeah, playing creatures at flash speeds, pretty busted, honestly. Like, it's just unfair in a lot of cases, especially since you have so many. The one card I will call out here, though, is Brindeboard Cutthroat. This is a card that will often just draw a removal spell. So knowing that, what I do a lot of times is I lead with the Sailors and the Cutthroats, knowing that what I really want to keep is the Mastermind and the Interrupters, right? Just knowing that, hey, your opponent's going to want to kill them because they don't want them to grow too big or whatever. Totally fine. Or try to save the Cutthroat till I have, if I have Cutthroat plus double Sailor, then okay, maybe during their end step, I'll go Cutthroat, Sailor, Sailor. So now I have this 4-power creature on the ground that also can't be hit with, I was going to say go for the throat, but cut down, right? Because now it's too big. And those are kind of other plays too. So there's a lot going on with this deck. It looks very simple, but it has a lot happening. The one thing I will say, though, you're going to struggle a bit with the life gain decks if you don't get after them early. You have to play aggressive. You have to get your Sheltered by Ghost. You have to gum up the ground a little bit with your Curiosities and Flood Pit Drowners or whatever and buy yourself some time. Only way you're going to win those, right? And big Brineborn Cutthroats help, but those are tough fights. So just want to put that out there. Those are the tough matchups, but everything else seems pretty winnable. So, go for it. Have fun with this one. Speaking of which, the list is going to be 4 Spectral Sailor, 2 3 Steps Ahead, 4 Get Lost, 4 Sheltered by Ghost, 4 Brineborn Cutthroat, 4 Fairy Mastermind, 4 Flood Pit Drowner, 2 Negate, 3 No More Lies, 3 Haven Interrupter, 3 Enduring Curiosity, 2 Plains, 6 Island, 4 Attica 4 Flood Farm Verge, 3 Restless Anchorage, 4 Seachrome Coast, and 1 Fountain Port. And if you're looking for other fun stuff in Standard, we just played a zombie deck because there was so many new cards in Foundations. Turns out there was some good zombie stuff hidden in there, so you may check that out if that's your jam. So that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.